Natalia Bryant supports mom Vanessa in court amid trial over Kobe Bryant crash photos. Before we continue, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and hit on the notification bell for the latest updates. Vanessa Bryant appeared in courtroom alongside daughter Natalia Bryant and singer Ciara. Vanessa Bryant used to be joined by way of her daughter in court docket as her ongoing trial towards LA County's Fireplace and Sheriff's Departments continues. In August 22, Vanessa entered courtroom alongside 19-year-old Natalia Bryant, who Vanessa shares with her late husband Kobe Bryant. Singer Ciara, who is close buddies with the Bryants, additionally joined them at the trial, with all three of the ladies sporting black attire. Their presence in the court comes 12 days after Vanessa's trial in opposition to Los Angeles County formally began. Vanessa filed a lawsuit towards Los Angeles County after firefighters and sheriff's deputies allegedly shared unauthorized images of the January 2020 helicopter crash that took the lives of her husband Kobe and her daughter Gianna Bryant. 13 Kobe and Gianna were among the 9 people killed in a fatal helicopter crash in Calabasas, California. The group had been on their way to a girls' basketball tournament when their helicopter crashed due to bad weather, killing everyone on board. Vanessa Bryant testified Friday that she was once solely establishing to grieve the loss of her husband, basketball famous person Kobe Bryant, and their 13-year-old daughter Gianna, when she was once confronted with the clean horror of studying that sheriff's deputies and firefighters had shot and shared photographs of their bodies at the website of the helicopter crash that killed them. I felt like I desired to run down the block and scream, she said, her tears turning to sobs and her voice quickening. It was once like the feeling of looking to run down a pier and soar into the water. The trouble is I cannot escape. I cannot get away. My body. During her 3 hours on the witness stand in a Los Angeles federal court, the place she is suing La County for invasion of privateness over the pictures, Bryant stated she had fought to get via each public and personal memorials for her cherished ones and 7 others who have been killed January 26, 2020. An idea she used to be geared up to actually commence the grieving method. About a month later she was once with pals and her surviving daughters, and protecting her 7-month-old baby, when she obtained a name about a Los Angeles Times story on the crash site. Photos I bolted out of the residence and around to the facets so my female would not see, she said. I was once blindsided again, devastated, hurt. I relied on them. I depended on them no longer to do these things. Evidence introduced at trial confirmed that a sheriff's deputy confirmed a photograph of Bryant's physique to a bartender as he drank, spurring inauthentic criticism from some other man consuming nearby, and that firefighters shared them with every different at an awards banquet. Others shared them with spouses. A legal professional for the county stated the pics had been taken solely due to the fact they have been crucial for assessing the website online moments after the crash, and that when the county sheriff Alex Villanueva realized they have been being shared, he demanded they all be deleted. No pics emerged publicly. However, Vanessa Bryant stated she has regular fear that some nevertheless might. I stay in worry each day of being on social media and these popping up, she testified. I stay in worry of my daughters being on social media and these popping up. She stated the thinking continues her conscious at nighttime as she lies subsequent to her 3-year-old and her 5-year-old, and occasionally leads to panic assaults in which she cannot breathe. Under cross-examination from Jamir Hashmal, the legal professional representing La County at the trial, Bryant testified that she had now not acquired any scientific prognosis of having had panic attacks or any intellectual fitness disorder, nor had she taken any medicinal drugs for them. She stated she had talked to a therapist for about 18 months after the crash, however had now not since. I experience like occasionally it helps, Bryant said, but every now and then it is totally draining. Hashmal spent a great deal of her 90-minute cross-examination going through the commercial enterprise roles Bryant now plays, together with performing as president of her husband's multimedia company, Granity Studios, overseeing the ebook of one ebook he wrote, and supporting to end and post another, heading the basis commenced for Kobe and Gianna, and organizing quite a few different companies. Hashmal cautioned that Bryant's capacity to do all of this intended she was once functioning nicely and used to be no longer overcome with concern and anxiety. It sounds like on pinnacle of the whole thing else you are juggling a commercial enterprise empire, Hashmal stated at one point. For me, it's a labor of love, stated Bryant, who remained calm and composed throughout cross-examination. She cried frequently and laughed occasionally, all through the questioning of her lawyer Leslie, who had her describe her lifestyles with her proud girl dad husband and their daughters. He used to be simply such a lovely and dedicated father, she said. Bryant chronicled the day of the crash, her anguish, and her frustration at making an attempt to analyze whether or not her husband and daughter had been nevertheless alive. After she had first heard from an assistant that there had been 5 survivors, she described Sheriff Villanueva coming into a room, the place she waited at Lost Hills Sheriff Station, and confirming that her husband and daughter had been killed. He requested if there used to be something he may want to do for her. I informed him, if you cannot deliver my kitties back, then please impervious the area, Bryant said. I'm worried about paparazzi. Did the sheriff tell you one of his deputies had already long gone to the hell to take close-up images of crash victims? Lee asked. No, Bryant responded during cross-examination. Hashmole said the deputy, Doug Johnson, who hiked via difficult terrain into the hills in northern Los Angeles County to the crash website and shot the snapshots that had been later shared, was once solely attempting to use them to verify the situation. You can apprehend why he would prefer the identical statistics you did. Hashmole said, I don't assume you want to take close-up pics of human beings to decide how many human beings are on an aircraft, Bryant replied. I suppose he should have simply counted. Bryant's facet rested its case after her testimony, which got here on the 8th day of the trial. The first witness to take the stand in the August 22 court docket complaints was once William Yeager, who oversaw the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department internal affairs investigation into the photos. This mother-daughter duo is standing together. Vanessa Bryant was joined with the aid of her daughter in courtroom as her ongoing trial towards LA County's fireplace and Sheriff's Departments continues. Their presence in the court docket comes 12 days after Vanessa's trial towards Los Angeles County officially began. Vanessa filed a lawsuit towards Los Angeles County after firefighters and sheriff's deputies allegedly shared unauthorized pics of the January 2020 helicopter crash that took the lifestyles of her husband Kobe and her daughter Gianna Bryant. 13. An eyewitness said that Natalia was once listening closely at some stage in the court docket session. As she sat with Ciara into the front row of the defendant's section, she and Ciara became their heads to seem to be over to the display to view the famous being displayed, the eyewitness says. Natalia held herself collectively in court. According to the eyewitness, after the first damage of the day used to be called, Vanessa and Natalia joined fingers as they walked out of the court together. The eyewitness added, it appeared like Ciara and Natalia being in courtroom introduced some alleviation to Vanessa while Vanessa is in search of damages for emotional misery over the unauthorized pictures. Los Angeles County argues Vanessa's lawsuit is barring felony marriage in accordance to the OG. During the trial's opening statements on August 10, a lawyer representing Los Angeles County stated it was once essential that officers take snapshots for the investigation. Stay tuned for more updates. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more updates.